Today is our last full day. So we've come for breakfast before we do anything else. So, as it's our last day, as it's our last full day, I've got Mickey Waffle. What? Cheeto bowls? Yep. Jay's got Mickey Waffle. Beth's got Rice Krispie cake and watermelon. Excellent timing. Magic Kingdom bus has just pulled up. Magic Kingdom. Let's go.
Magic Kingdom.
Let's see your hair wrap.
I love it.
We're a bit backlit.
We literally did almost the exact same colours.
Very pretty.
She had to change the order of it.
It's the beginning of the day. Grace feeling it already. One last walk into Magic Kingdom. One last time. Here we go. Oh, the pumpkins are out. Guys, Halloween's arrived. Not everywhere, it's not on the street lights yet. Castle, balloons. It's all classic Disney. Is the ticket come in? Oh, and poo! Okay, first ride is we've gone for Mine Train. It's 45 minutes. We've got a Tron Lightning Lane later. Yeah. And so we feel it's a small world. So you're hoping you don't have to ride it. Is that what you're saying? Okay, Mine Train's completed, so we're off to It's a Small World because it's only 10 minutes and you've got to ride it once, haven't you? The others have gone to Tiano's, so me and Gray are jumping on Haunted Mansion.
Obviously, I'm just keeping Amy company. It's not because I don't want to do long.
They've only just got into the queue of Tiano's, so Gray and I are now doing Pirates, because that's 5 minutes. Spills for a little bit of a cool down and some nachos and the strawberry lime slushy, which
It's so good.
is so good. We're on the way to the People Mover, but we've just come across the show. Watch the
There you are. Why? Were you lost?
Oh my! It's an honor to meet you!
Please, the honor is all ours.
We're so excited to be here. From the moment
We've had an impromptu photo shoot at the castle. 2.
I've lined up another one now.
And we're heading for the People Mover. Little trip on the People Mover.
Gracias.
Grace
Please
favourite.
step carefully onto the moving platform, then step into the car. For yours.
To your right is the Astro Orbiter, our celestial symbol of interplanetary harmony and fellowship. Hop aboard and launch high above tomorrow. 1 eye or 9, take the time to see this show.
Right, People Mover is done. So now it's time for our lightning lane for Tron. wasn't it?
It really did.
Made better by the fact that we had a lightning lane so we could walk almost straight on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right. Last look at the castle, guys. Because we're going. Bye, castle. Oh, sad times. But luckily, we've got sweets to make up for it. Epcot one last time. Just got the monorail over. We're gonna try and ride Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's why.
We're gonna try and ride Guardians.
Oh, it's literally what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm so excited. It's my favourite ride ever.
Is that gonna be our last ride?
That's so exciting.
One last ride on Guardians. With these two.
No, but well,
Say goodbye to Epcot. Can't see very well. Last park for holiday. So after Guardians, I popped into the connection shop to see if there was anything that I wanted to buy before I went home. Because I've got a bit of money left, and the others just popped into the connections eatery to grab something to eat. And I didn't buy anything. I couldn't find anything that I really wanted or needed. So I am now on my way back to Pop. Left Epcot for the last time last night, and then we're going home tomorrow. I'm getting really wet. So we had last night in the pool. Now we're just having dinner in bed. Beth's going for a large pizza. Rose has gone salad. And
croutons I could ever need.
quite a lot of dressing there. But
yeah.
Come back. And then I've got a kid's cheeseburger. Last morning, but look, we're all packed with 45 minutes to go. Proud of us.
Yeah, Beth's got a cable. It's not mine.
We're checked out.
Yep.
Luggage is with bell services, so the kids have gone to the arcade, so Lucy and I are going to go explore the resort for a bit. Ooh. Here we are in the 70s, I think, with a Mickey phone. Giant Peaceful. Classic trike. This is a cool area, isn't it? Okay, into the 80s. Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. Got a giant Walkman in the 80s. There's Roger Rabbit. Right, we're going to go over the bridge and check out Art of Animation. Got the splash pool. And then the main pool over here. Coming to Lion King. Into the boneyard. Scar. Okay, into Little Mermaid. A bit of a treasure chest. Ariel. The pool. And then we've got Ursula. The little Sebastian over here. Come into the food court. They look good.
Thank you.
Out into the lobby. then we've got the cars part. The theming is great. Then we've got the pool for this section with the cones for little cabanas. Then we've got Lightning McQueen. We've come into the arcade to track down the others. Found Jay. Found Graham and Beth and Rose. Right, it's time to go home. You're not accepting that as a reality, are you? Oh. Sad. Through security, just killing time in duty free. What's the other options?
Aviators.
Doesn't an aviator have a thing across here?
Okay, yeah, no hate. Gosh, you have to do these ones.
Okay, big reveal, everyone. Wow. Yeah.
I was waiting for her to whip her head round too fast and they just go flying off.
Yeah. Proper going home time now.
Hello and a very warm welcome.
Good news is we're on a newer plane, so hopefully my touchscreen works better this time. It's 6:30, we still haven't taken off yet. We've been on the plane for what seems like 10 years. But they've put our entertainment system on and
I'm making my perfect playlist and look who I've just found.
Rose
My
is thrilled.
Favourite. Oh yeah, no hate. Favourite.
Wow. She's going to be happy for the whole flight. Unfortunately, Beth's screen isn't working yet, so she's not so happy. And we're home. Turns out that last bit on the plane was the last thing I filmed, which I didn't realise until I came to edit this last vlog. But we've been back for like 2 months now. We came back in the middle of August. It's now the middle of October. So yeah, we've been home for a while. But we had such a great holiday. And I just want to say a massive thank you to Graham, Lucy, Beth, Rose and Jennifer for letting me tag along on your family holiday. I had a brilliant time. I hope you did too. I think you did. Yeah, and just thank you. So that plane journey, we were delayed for 2.5 hours, which wasn't ideal. However, the plane in front of us that was having the trouble, which is why we were delayed, had a fueling issue. And they were sat on that plane for 4.5 hours before their flight got cancelled. So we were sat on the plane for 2.5 hours. It took them a while to turn the entertainment system on, so it was quite a long sit, but at least we got going and we got back. So we are thankful for that. But that was, as I say, that was the last bit that I filmed. We were all knackered. We'd been sat on the plane for 2.5 hours before we took off. Then it was a night flight, so obviously not a lot happens. And then when you get back, you're a bit groggy, aren't you? So we just got back, got picked up by our taxi, taken home, and it was perfect. So yeah, I just thought I needed to do a little bit of a wrap up at the end because I'd completely forgotten to finish. So a couple of things about our holiday. You may or may not want to hear these things. If you don't, then thank you for watching so far. I hope you enjoyed the vlogs. But I just wanted to, I realised that there was a couple of things I didn't explain and we didn't really go through. So car hire, we only hired the car for the week that we were in the villa because we decided that while we were staying at Universal and while we were staying at Disney, we didn't really need a car, we had all the transport. So really luckily, Aventura has an Avis desk in there. So we hired through Avis. So we picked the car up when we checked out of Aventura, and then the Hilton at Disney Springs, one of the Hiltons, also has an Avis desk. So when we went to Pop, we checked in at Pop and then took the car back to Disney Springs and got the bus back. I say we, Graham did that, not me. So yeah, that was the car. Aventura, I think, was a great hotel to stay in. I think we were surprised by it. The rooms were perfectly adequate. Like, they were actually quite spacious, had like the bathroom, the separate bathroom and sink area was really good for getting ready. Quite a lot of storage because we had that full wardrobe as well. So yeah, it was great. What I really liked also was that it was a massive hotel. Like, it was all fairly small, quite compact. Everything was all together. There was no walking to different buildings. It felt really quiet. I don't know if that was just the week that we stayed there or whether that's just how it is, but it never felt busy. Yeah, it just felt quiet and calm. It was great that we could walk out the back straight to Volcano Bay as well. That was like a real perk. You could just literally walk out the gate at the back of the hotel and you're right at the entrance to Volcano Bay. The buses at Aventura came really regularly, so that was great. We really enjoyed the Universal Park. Getting to do Epic and seeing the new Epic Park was amazing. I think we were lucky on the day that we went. We had a really good experience, obviously, to start with. We got on straight on those 2 rides. We got those free express passes, which really made the day, I think. There are a few things. Yes, we went in the middle of August. So, well, beginning middle of August. So obviously it is going to be hot. We knew that. It's been talked about a lot that Epic does not have a lot of shade and it is a hot park. Yes. Going into the Super Mario area was pretty unbearable at the time that we went in. We did not stay there for very long. And also queuing for Hiccup's wing gliders. Why is that whole queue outside? There's a good portion of it out in the sun as well. There's not even shade. That was rough. The ride itself was great and I'm so pleased it was, because if we'd waited that long in the heat and it hadn't been a good ride, it may have sent us over the edge. But it was a great ride. We loved it. But yeah, it was hot and it was really hard that day. So I would say go into the shows, make sure that you are refilling your water bottle really regularly. There's loads of freestyle machines all around the park that you can get water from, like cold water. So make sure you're doing that. And also, like, it is a new park, there are teething problems. So just go with the expectation that you may not do everything. So that was Universal. And then Disney. This is the first time I have ever stayed on site at Disney. So I've been going to Florida, to Orlando. The first time I went to Disney, I was 5. So I've been going for a very long time. And we, as my family, have never stayed on site before. We've always stayed in a villa or a hotel. So this is my first time staying on site and I loved it. I did love the fact that it was easy to get everywhere. You were in the bubble. You could be flexible about what you were all doing. Like, luckily, the days that I felt really ill were the days that we were staying on site. So I could come back to the room early and not make everyone else have to do that, or like I could go and do a bit of the parks and then come back. So that was great. Pop Century itself, I can see why it is so popular and why everybody loves it. It is a big resort, but it didn't ever feel overwhelmingly busy. The food court and things were loud, obviously, it's the nature of what it is, but there was always seating. There was never massive queues for food. We were in a preferred room, so that meant that we were quite close to the Skyliner and we were quite close to the main central hall, and we had a quiet pool as well. So all of those things were brilliant. I would say, on a note of the Skyliner, because of the time of year that we were there, obviously there are storms, and that does mean that the Skyliner is shut down when there's a storm. Fine, completely understand that. The communication around that was pretty poor though. So the night that we were going to the Cape Bake restaurant, there was a storm and our reservation was at 5:30 and we came out, it was stormy, so we were like, well, the Skyliner's not going to be running. So we went to get we were like, we'll have to get a bus. So we went to the bus queue. The bus queue said, go to the Skyliner. We were like, well, I don't think it's working. So we asked and they were like, no, you have to go to the Skyliner. So we walked all the way down to the Skyliner in the rain. Got to the Skyliner's not running, no, you have to get a bus. So we walked all the way back. The boards hadn't been updated, we didn't know when a bus was coming. We were already late for our reservation at this point. So we decided that we were just gonna have to get an Uber or a minivan to get there because we were running late. They charge you, I think it was $25 per person if you have missed your reservation. If you miss your reservation and don't turn up. Luckily, I had booked through OpenTable and I realised that on the OpenTable app you can send a message to the restaurant. So I sent a message to the restaurant saying, we are coming but the skyline is down. They sent one back and said, don't worry, it happens all the time. Anyways, then we had to wait for a minivan because obviously it's pouring with rain at this point, there's a storm, there's quite a high demand. So we ended up being maybe 45 minutes late for our reservation. I'm not sure, we were pretty late, which was fine, like it is what it is. But it's just the communication around that. The time when we were coming back from Epcot and we got stopped at Riviera and then we got stopped and they were like, it's okay, you can just wait in here. Then they were like, no, you have to get off, we've closed the Skyliner down. We were like, okay. But then there's no more communication about what happens next. Where do we go? Where's the buses? And there wasn't like a specific bus that was put on from the Riviera to get you back to the resort. It was get on a bus, get back to a park, and then get back to your resort. And I just think that given the time of year and the fact that the storms happen pretty much daily, there perhaps needs to be a little bit more of a process that Disney put in place to get the buses up and running, and a bit more communication would have been helpful. But all in all, having the Skyliner was amazing. The rooms themselves at Pop Century are not that spacious. I think if you were 4 adults in there for a week, a fortnight, you might feel like you were living on top of each other a little bit. So that's just something to bear in mind. There is not a lot of storage. The hanging space, just that tiny little cubby hole of hanging space is not great, but it is what it is. There are lots of other benefits. So yeah, we really enjoyed being on site. And then finally, I think the most memorable times that we had in the park were the evenings that we spent in the park. And maybe that was because of the weather, because obviously it's hot, but it does mean that there isn't a lot of time that you can spend just wandering around the parks taking stuff in, because you want to get into some more air conditioning. Essentially, like, you need to make a decision on where you're going and get to that point and get into more air conditioning. You're not just wandering around taking in the sights, seeing how you feel, having a bit of a relax. So the evenings that we spent in the parks were probably our most memorable, and I think the most memorable night was the most unexpected night, and that was the night that we spent in Hollywood Studios. It was a bit stressful, like that's also the night we went to Cake Bake Shop, so obviously it was a bit stressful before we got to Cake Bake, and then we'd made a plan that we were going to do, like, it was going to be a really nice evening. We were going to go to Cake Bake, we were going to go to Hollywood Studios, we were going to watch Fantasmic. It was stormy and rainy and none of these things went to plan. But we went to Cake Bake because we had the reservation. Would we have gone out otherwise? I don't know, because it was pretty stormy. But anyway, we did. And then we decided we were going to go to Hollywood Studios and just see what happened. So we went to Hollywood Studios. It was absolutely pouring with rain. That turned out to be the best thing ever, because the park was empty, completely empty. We got on all of the Star Wars rides. We were there for 2 hours and we managed to ride Star Tours, Rise of Resistance, Millennium Falcon and Toy Story. Like, we did so much and it was great. And just like the pouring rain and the whole of it, and like just making the best of it, it just made for a really, really memorable night and a really fun night. We all had a really great time. And the best thing was that the storm had finished by the time we left. Unfortunately, Fantasmic wasn't on, which was a bit sad, so we did miss that. But the storm had finished by the time we left, so we could get the Skyliner home. All in all, perfect evening. The night that we did the dessert party was also great. Not having to stake out your spot for the fireworks, especially now that they've got the parade, the Starlight Parade before the fireworks, it means you've got to start, like, holding your space even earlier. The fact that we didn't have to do that, we had a really empty space that we could just relax and watch the fireworks and view that all, was great. Then we could wait for the park to empty. Then we just wandered down Main Street, found a spot for the parade because the park had emptied out by that point and everyone had watched the first parade. That was just perfect. It was so good. The dessert party itself, is it worth the money? Probably not. I mean, it doesn't feel like a very luxury experience, but being able to pay just for that viewing area was great. Like, that made that night. And I love Happily Ever After so much, so that really made it. And then the night that we watched the fireworks at Epcot and we did Tepanido, yeah, that again was just a perfect night. We finished our meal at Tepanido at literally about 9:01. Looked at the thing and we were like, oh my god, we've got to get outside, it's the fireworks. Literally just ran out. Well, all of us ran out. We just left Graham to pay. We all ran out, got outside literally just as it was starting, and that was perfect. So they're the nights that really, they're the times in the park that really stand out, are those evenings. And yeah, but we did so much, and I think being able to look back at that through the vlogs has made me realise how much we did. And there are things that maybe we would have forgotten that we even did had we not got this record. So I am so pleased I filmed it. I'm just happy that we've got that record of it. If you have watched all of the vlogs and come on holiday with us, thank you so much. I really hope that you've enjoyed it. We had the best time, and yeah, Graham, Lucy, Beth, Rose, Jennifer, thank you. But thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you next time.